Hey guys, you're watching TechEdit. I'm Basil and I got my hands on the Honor Magic V3 here in the UK just a few short days after I tried out the Xiaomi Mix Fold 4 in China. If you haven't seen that video, click the link up top, you can check that out. But now I'm going to talk about the V3. The Honor Magic V3 is so impressive because it's really skinny, and yet Honor still manages to cram in a 5,150 milliamp battery. In addition to that, it has a large primary camera sensor with the widest aperture of any camera on a foldable f1.6, and it also has a 3.5 times periscope zoom, which is bonkers for a foldable this thin. Obviously, that thinness doesn't include the camera bump, but it isn't as big as I thought it would be. So what's Honor Magic V3 all about? I'm going to dive into all the details in a second, but first a quick thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. I travel a lot with work, so being able to access my information securely is really important, and specifically now I'm in China and I really struggled with my pre-existing VPN, like the biggest VPN brand in the world, to get online, but Surfshark helped me out. They're actually sponsoring this video, and as soon as my account was activated and I installed the app, I was able to get online securely with no issues. And what's nice about the Surfshark app is that it gives you updates and keeps you informed as to what the VPN is doing. So while I'm in China, it tells me that there are limited servers because I'm in a restricted space. My China trip's just one example, but if you want private secure browsing wherever you are, check out Surfshark. If you use the code TechEdit, you'll also get an extra 4 months on a 12 or 24-month plan. So the front screen's 6.43 inches, the inner screen is 7.92, so just shy of 8 inches. So it's pretty much as big as all of the foldables coming out of China, a little bit bigger than the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Power button when you open it up is on the right hand side, volume buttons are on the left hand side. At the base there's USB port, USB-C. This thing's barely thicker than the USB port, and there's the loudspeaker, one at the bottom, one on the top, and they're on the left hand side of the phone when open. When closed, obviously it's just top and bottom firing. You can pick this up in a few different colors. When I was indoors, I thought this was the black version, but actually outdoors I can see it is in fact green. This feels like a glass back, but if you pick it up in the black option, it's an Honor composite material that's a little bit lighter than the V3 I've got here, but still this just feels so light. The fact the corners curve in means if you're right-handed, they'll nuzzle into the palms. Left hand, it doesn't dig in too sharply, but definitely feels a little bit more comfortable right-handed. I'm outdoors, I can see what's going on both screens really comfortably. You've got 402 pixels per inch on the inner and outer screen as well. So that means it's nice and sharp, but they're also very bright. The front displays 5,000 nits peak brightness, whereas the inner display climbs up to 1,800 nits. And like I said, outdoors right now, I can see everything really clearly. So the phone's pretty incredible because despite how thin and light it is, it still has a huge battery. It's 5,150 milliamps. Now the Honor Magic V2 didn't have wireless charging. The V3 does have wireless charging at up to 50 watts, wired charging at up to 66 watts, so a fair bit faster than the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So as a result, with 1,000 milliamps more and faster charging across wired and wireless, so it is proprietary fast charging. That's really impressive engineering from Honor. Now this phone has the largest aperture of any foldable phone with an f1.6 primary camera, 50 megapixels. The sensor's 1/1.56 inches, so for a foldable, that's big. You also have OIS with that lens as well, so really impressive, and hopefully the results are going to reflect that, but definitely compared to Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 on paper, this is a winner. You also have a 3.5 times periscope camera. Periscopes tend to deliver better zooms than non-periscopes, so that's promising in of itself. And Honor's AI zoom that it showcased on the Magic 6 Pro can do a great job with the 2.5x zoom, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it'll do with a little bit of extra optical reach. The zoom sensor is a 1/2.51 inch size, and the lens has an f3 aperture, and there's also a 40 megapixel ultra wide as well with autofocus, so you can get macro photography as well as far away objects nice and clearly. with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage maximum, as well as that Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset in here, you're going to get excellent performance as well. Honor's really great at optimizing its phones for gaming without building up too much heat. So as far as foldables go, this could be one of the best gaming phones around despite how slim it is. I'm really excited to get this phone in for a review. Like I said, this is a China-only sample, but with the EU release expected later this year, we shouldn't have to wait too long. So that's been my quick hands-on with the Honor Magic V3. It looks beautiful in the flesh, but the foldable competition is heating up after the Z Fold 6 Mix Fold 4. Which is your favorite? Let me know below. Like I said, any comments, fire them through, and subscribe to the channel to stay on top of everything that I do. Thanks for watching.